Good afternoon. I'm Joan O'Neill, Chief Knowledge Officer at the International Code Council. I joined the Code Council in February, and I have the honor of leading our organization's digital transformation strategy. My professional background includes leading professional e-learning and educational tech businesses. Previously, I served as Vice President of Skillsoft Corporation, an e-learning provider that delivers professional development to organizations. I was also the Executive Vice President for Wiley, where I developed strategies to lead the organization's digital learning and publishing enterprise. Next slide. For today's webinar, we will hear from ICC CEO Dominic Sims, ICC Board President Greg Wheeler, and then our team consisting of Tracy Deese, Dr. Tracy Lindy, Jacob Carson, and Judy Zakreski. They will present our new digital solutions, followed by a Q&A. I'd like to introduce Dominic Sims, who is speaking to you from the Innovation Depot, a business incubator based in downtown Birmingham. Dominic?
Thank you, Joan, and welcome, everyone. You know, COVID-19 has made this an extremely challenging year for building safety professionals around the globe. In addition to dealing with hurricanes, wildfires, we've had to deal with the challenges presented by the pandemic. At the Code Council, we've been working with some of you to implement digital technology solutions to help make your job safer, more efficient. Today, I'm pleased you'll be hearing about 3 exciting products that will help shape our industry. Please let us know what you think. We really want your feedback. And thank you for your hard work and dedication to keeping our buildings safe and our communities more sustainable.
Thank you, Dominic, for your leadership. And now, I'd like to introduce Greg Wheeler. Greg is speaking to you from outside Denver, Colorado.
Hello, everyone. As Dominic mentioned, I'm extremely proud of the Code Council membership who have remained dedicated to their work throughout the many challenges this year. Code Council members are building safety champions in our communities that have contributed to making this year truly safe. I'd also like to thank the Code Council's staff, who have worked very hard not only to put on this digital event, but have also maintained the Coronavirus Resource Center that's full of resources and webinars for the building safety community. With a membership that expands across 38 countries, digitizing our material is key to remaining connected and continuing our important work of assuring safety around the world. I'm very excited to have Joan O'Neill lead us through our digital transformation, and I look forward to many developments we will make together to advance the industry. I wish you all safety and good health, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future.
The pandemic has changed the way the building safety industry approaches business. As we witnessed over the past 7 months, the value of reliable digital solutions is invaluable, particularly in this new environment. At the Code Council, our goal is to help you succeed with the products and services you need to do your jobs effectively. Today, I'm happy to serve as the host of this virtual event, where we will introduce several new and exciting digital solutions. A digital transformation for any business or industry is a journey. With many stages involved, the journey begins with a collective shift in mindset towards digitization in order to evaluate and adjust the offerings and drive change. This new mindset creates the best chance for success in these new digital endeavors. The building industry is changing from building safety departments to home builders, manufacturers, and architects. All of us involved in the industry have had to adjust our approaches to this new environment. A recent series of Code Council surveys of industry professionals revealed that building departments are adjusting their priorities to include investments that establish virtual capabilities. From April, when the first survey was released, to September's follow-up, we saw improvements with capabilities in e-permitting, access to code materials, and remote virtual inspections. As we continue to navigate the digital era, we know that first and foremost, we need to listen to you, our members and our customers. What you need drives our decisions as we aim to provide the best solutions to your business problems and to give you the tools necessary for you to be successful. We have placed an extra focus on talking directly with our customers and receiving feedback on what is working and what needs to be changed. With our customers at the forefront of our business decisions, the Code Council's digital strategy creates better tools and 24/7 access to codes and standards, online resources, online education, and cloud-based solutions. Now, we are going to cover our new digital offerings: Digital Codes Premium, ICC Learn Live, the Code Adoptions Database, and the Global Database Tool. First, Tracy Deese, Code Council Technical and Customer Support Lead, will walk us through the ways you can get digitally empowered with the new Digital Codes Premium Complete product solution, an all-access database of content and tools. Tracy, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jim. We are excited to spotlight the transformation of our digital codes platform, Premium Complete. Premium Complete unlocks advanced features on an all-access model on over 260-plus constantly expanding number of titles from the most trusted source for building codes and standards. Premium Complete will be bundled under one subscription price for all access to the digital codes platform. This will allow users to take advantage of whatever title they may need, for the Premium Complete spans across all model codes, custom state codes, and a growing number of standards. With the digital transformation, we have brought forth branding changes. The new design instills the concept that digital codes and Digital Codes Premium are a digital tool resource and not just an alternative to the printed books. An example shown on the screen has the new color scheme that pops visually and provides indicators showing what digital library you are currently viewing, as well as your prompt to upgrade to Premium. You will see that our new icons present as more of an app to show our direction in making this view a digital tool. With our new branding, Digital Codes Basic is the new title for free view, and Digital Codes Premium is the new title for Premium access. To give the user a better understanding of the value points in Premium, we now have a feature comparison table. This table will exhibit the access levels you gain from Basic to Premium. We have simplified the pricing tier of Premium for a more straightforward pricing. The tier structure includes Premium Singles, Premium Collections, and our new Premium Complete. An introductory price has been set for Premium Complete as well as bulk discount pricing. This price not only includes the model codes and custom state codes, you also gain access to supporting documents such as commentaries and standards. The free trial has been expanded to include Premium Complete. You have the opportunity to sign up for a Premium Complete trial even if you have already signed up previously for one. Design improvements have been made for a better understanding of enhanced features with Premium. We have content page triggers, which will notify you if this is a Premium product value and will provide a prompt to upgrade. This applies to codes as well as supplemental content, such as the additional Premium material icon, which can include materials such as common committee-approved interpretations or revision history. Our Find Codes page now offers category listings, as well as providing your suggested code books by location. You will also have on the page a link for info and key contacts that's based on your state. My library page will now offer filter options to make your search throughout your library quick and convenient. To better understand the intuitive tools of Premium, we have added a Premium for Teams page. This landing page helps the end user explore the benefits on how to enhance a team collaboration using concurrent access. Concurrent access is a powerful collaborative tool that allows seamless sharing of codes and enhanced features among colleagues. Along with our Premium for Teams page, we also have the Premium Features page. This will have new interaction graphics to showcase the benefits of features and tools within Premium, as well as revealing the subscription tier pricing. You will have links to register for your Premium trial or register for a tutorial live webinar. The addition of the two pages are extremely informative and will assist the user with a more detailed layout of Premium. We have expanded the Premium trial promotion, and the integration with marketing tools has launched a stronger instruction throughout the trial of Premium. This will allow the customer a better understanding of the value in Premium Complete's features and tools. Assistance is available. You have live chat in Premium, as well as our support team by email or phone. Live bi-monthly webinars are available, and upcoming dates can be found on the Premium Features page and ICC's events calendar. We encourage you to check out our next live webinar taking place tomorrow at noon Central Time. To always enhance and provide the best user-friendly experience, this is our goal. The tremendous improvements and continuing improvements are a huge step forward and will make the digital code transformation a great success.
Thank you, Tracy. We're very, very excited about Digital Code's Premium Complete. And for more information, as Tracy says, she hosts our those biweekly training sessions. We also have a lot of information on iccsafe.org. So thanks again, Tracy, for that exciting presentation. Next, I'm excited to introduce Vice President of Training and Education, Dr. Tracy Lindy, who will share the many educational opportunities we will be offering at the upcoming ICC Learn Live. This week-long digital event, starting on November 9th, will feature panel conversations, keynotes, and breakout sessions around key topics in building safety. Now I'm going to turn it over to Tracy, who will tell you more.
Thanks, Joan. I'd be delighted to present our debut innovative event of the year, ICC Learn Live. Learn Live is a comprehensive 5-day online education event to join your fellow professionals and the International Code Council for a virtual experience where you can learn about new trends and insights happening in the building safety community, where you can join panel discussions, where you can network with industry professionals, and where you can earn valuable CEUs, continuing education units. We have developed the curriculum schedule to be spread over a 5-day span with AM and PM sessions to give you the flexibility you need in your workday to attend. We have a fabulous keynote speaker, Eric Doc Wright, founder and CEO of Vets 2 PM, best-selling author, veteran, and inspiring coach on behalf of the building safety community. In recognition of veterans, we are holding this event in conjunction with Veterans Day to honor those who served and who work in the building safety community. Now, we have 5 themes we're highlighting throughout the week: global outlooks and the impact COVID-19 has had on the global building safety community, a preview of the new 2021 I-codes, careers in the building safety community, virtual best practices, and innovation through the industry. These themes will be introduced during the week-long program with well-informed instructors. Moderators and panelists will provide informative program sessions with insights that you can implement with your teams and your jurisdictions. Now, I'm very excited to present our program for the week. On Monday, we'll begin with the 2021 International Building Code Highlights of Structural Changes with Dr. S.K. Ghosh as the instructor, followed by Best Practices for Building Departments with Sam Palmer, Mike Baus, Jose Rogue as instructors. We conclude on Monday with a fascinating view around the world on the impact of COVID-19 within the building safety community, facilitated by our very own Judy Zakreski, and panelists Nick Hill, Mohammed Amer, Vern Emanuel, and Tom Phoenix. On Tuesday, we start with the 2021 Code Changes preview with instructors, our very own Kim Parlberg on the International Building Code, John Gibson on the International Residential Code, Beth Tubbs on the International Fire Code, and Sean Strasbaugh on the International Plumbing Code. We follow in the afternoon with workshops on each code broken out into individual sessions. And we conclude Tuesday with a happy hour 2020 Code Council Award ceremony hosted by our very own Carla Higgs and Shirley Ellis. On Wednesday, we're going virtual. How to embrace the new normal with instructor John D'Alessandro, followed by best practices in remote virtual inspections with instructors Dave Walls, Steve Jones, and Johnny Gates from inspected.com. We'll have a lunch and learn on our new Digital Codes Premium Complete Solution. Following the last event of the day, Innovation in 3D Printing with instructors Mahmoud Ekno, Dr. Baruch Koshnevis, and Bak Zerlin. On Thursday, we begin our day with energy storage solutions with instructor Michelle Britt. We move from energy to careers by exploring career paths in the building and safety industry with instructors Dwayne Garris, Cece Sevilla, and John Hudgkins. We're excited about our Lunch and Learn hosted by Oracle, followed by an evolution of careers in the building safety panel. And on our final day, Friday, we're featuring the 2021 International Plumbing Code, Methods Inventing, with instructor Gary Gauthier, following by our big event of the week, keynote speaker Eric Doc Wright. Doc will be giving an inspiring talk that cannot be missed, followed by an industry networking event to conclude the week-long event. We've developed a flexible pricing model to support our members and industry professionals. We're offering a weekly pass for $200 and a member price of $150. Then we have a daily pass of $65 and, of course, the member price of $40. Registration is open, so please register today to save your spot, as registrations are indeed filling up quickly. We have a lineup of sponsors for the event, including Oracle, ISO, AGA, Inspected, iPlan Tables, Tyler Technologies. These sponsors will be providing important updates relating to the building safety community, and we want to thank all of our sponsors. Well, Joe, this concludes my presentation, and I look forward to seeing all of you at ICC Learn Live.
Thank you, Tracy. That was really terrific. We are looking forward to this inaugural event. And I have to give you kudos for all of those wonderful pronunciations. That was not an easy feat, so excellent job. Okay, moving on, our next two presentations will cover digital tools that highlight code adoption. Jacob Carson, a manager on our governor relations team, will share information about the new U.S. Code Adoption Database. Take it away, Jacob.
Thank you, Joan. Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Carson. I'm a coordinator in the Government Relations Department. Today, we're going to walk through our exciting new digital product, the Code Adoption Database. This is a new tool that will be our primary resource for sharing code adoption information at the state and local level, as well as our primary resource for gathering code adoption information. We've worked with two partners, the Insurance Services Office, ISO, and the Federal Alliance for Safe Homes, FLASH, to develop this product. This is a huge improvement over our current offerings. It's much more user-friendly. It has more accurate data. It has more features than the PDF documents that we currently use to share statewide code adoption information. Most importantly, though, it shows local level adoptions across the United States. The information that we used to populate, especially the local levels, was from ISO and at the state level from both ISO and Flash. Probably the most important thing about this database that I want to impress upon everyone right at the start is that finding and validating the code adoption information at the local level is going to be an ongoing crowdsourced effort. We're going to rely on both our members and the general public to provide us with any information we're missing. The database has a built-in form that people can use to submit code adoption information for their locality. It's then sent to me at ICC, where I'll personally vet it and then add it to the database. So what we're going to do now is walk through a series of screenshots from the database to explore some of the key features that this new product offers. Next slide, please. So this is the main landing page for the database. It's what you get when you load it for the first time. There are 4 things here that I want to highlight. First, at the top, there are 2 navigation tabs. There's a code adoptions tab, that's what we're currently on, and it shows the main map. Right to its right, there's the iCodes map tab that shows a color-coded US map for each iCode. We'll explore that at the end of the presentation. So next, right below the navigation tab is the main search bar. You use this search bar to drill down into the map. You can search for states, cities, counties, even at the zip code level. The map will then show whatever jurisdiction you searched for and the associated code adoption information. Third, we recognize that a lot of time people will use this database to look up their own local code adoption situation. So we've included a My Current Location button that's right to the right of the search bar. That'll automatically take you to the database page for your current location. Fourth, the easiest way to navigate the map is just by mousing over it. Whichever state you're on top of will highlight, in this case, Illinois. If you click a state, you'll be taken to that state's page where more information is available. That's what we're going to look at next. Next slide, please. So this is the database page for Montana. As you can see, what this page primarily shows is the codes that are adopted statewide in Montana. Right off the bat, what I want to draw everyone's attention to is the flavor text at the top of the screen, right below, right to the right of where it says Montana. That text reads, Montana adopts the 2018 IRC but does not enforce it. Enforcement is done at the local level. We use this flavor text space to add specific expository information for the state or jurisdiction. Our goal here is to provide complete comprehensive information so the user has a full understanding of the code adoption and enforcement situation in whatever jurisdiction they're looking at the database. Next, right above the map is a link for state information and resources. There is a link for this on each of the state pages, so one for each of the 50 states. It will lead to the main ICC website where we have a web page set up for each U.S. state. That page will have even more in-depth information, a list of key contacts, and links to relevant state agencies. And then directly to the right of that link, you'll see a small printer icon. If you need to have this information offline or in hard copy for whatever reason, just click the printer icon and it will automatically generate a printer-friendly layout of the page for you. Next, right below each codebook, there are 2 little buttons. The orange one will take you to a page where you can read the code online. The blue one will take you to our store where you can purchase the codebook either in hard copy or digital. Finally, at the bottom of the page, there's a link to submit code adoption information. If a user goes to their local state or city page and sees something they think is incorrect or there's something missing, we want them to use this link to send us information, and then we can validate it and make updates. So next, this is a screenshot of a city level page, a local jurisdiction level page. As you can see, it's much the same as the state level page, but there are a couple things here I wanted to draw attention to. First, we have custom codes in the system. Both states and sometimes smaller jurisdictions like counties or cities have custom codes based off the iCodes, and we want to be sure that we accurately capture and report that information. In this case, we report the 2017 Florida building codes. Second, the map on the left-hand side of the screen can be used to show street-level delineation between jurisdictions. This is extremely useful for builders or contractors or anyone who just wants to know what codes apply to a specific street-level address. When a user finds a jurisdiction, like on this page, where we have no associated data, either because the jurisdiction does not adopt codes or because we just don't have that data yet, this is the page they get. There are 2 things here we want to highlight. First, we immediately prompt the user with a link to submit code adoption information. And second, we provide resources on the value of code adoption and information on how to go about code adoption at the local level. We want to provide value for a user in this case as well. Next slide, please. All right, this is our last slide. In this slide, we've moved over on the navigation tabs at the top of the screen from the iCode Adoption tab to the iCode Map tab. Everything else we've looked at so far has been under the Code Adoption tab on the left. The purpose of this screen is to show, of this page, is to show where each code and what edition of the code is adopted across the U.S. at the state level. Below the search bar, you see a row of navigation tabs. There's a tab for each of the 15 iCodes. When you click a tab, you see the adoption map that corresponds to that code. On the right-hand side of the screen is the map's key and legend. It explains what color corresponds to what edition year for the code. There'll be custom color screens to correspond with each code book. Finally, and this is currently in development, this map will also indicate which states have local level adoptions for a code, but no statewide adoption. That concludes my presentation on the new code adoption database. I hope this has shown the value we expect this new product to bring. I think this represents a huge improvement in our ability to share and aggregate code adoption information across the United States. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob. That was terrific. And I think the digital database here really shows the power of going digital versus tracking this all manually through Excel spreadsheets or through PDF documents. This really shows the power of what a digital tool can provide. So thank you, Jacob, again. So we've heard about U.S. adoptions. Now we are going to shift gears for an international perspective. Our final presenter, Vice President of Global Services, Judy Zakreski, is here to share details about the new tool with information about the building codes and standard used in countries around the world. Now I will turn it over to Judy.
Thank you, Joan. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone, depending on the time of day for you. I am really excited to tell you about a new resource that we've launched on the global-facing ICC website. That's global.iccsafe.org. This global website itself was designed for users who are not intimately familiar with the code development and adoption process in the United States, because it really is quite different from how building codes come to be in most other countries around the world. So the global site gives some additional context before introducing our full family of solutions. We're not here to talk about the site. We're talking about now the newest digital solution offering on the global website, and that is the Global Building Codes tool. You can use the link on this slide to access it directly, or go to global.iccsafe.org and select Global Building Codes Tool from the Products and Services dropdown on the home page. The tool is an exciting and valuable solution that provides a one-stop resource for businesses that does not currently exist anywhere else. When businesses are engaged in design and construction projects internationally, it's critical for them to understand the relevant codes and standards used in each market, and to understand if the iCodes that they're comfortable using and the standards that their products are designed to meet are accepted by the jurisdictions in which they're working. This tool provides that much-needed information and resource, and today I'm going to show you how it works. What you will see when you launch the tool is the completed phase 1 of the project. The tool is set up so that you can view information about the building safety regulatory environment of every country in the world. Now, sometimes that information is that there is no known information. And in other cases, there's quite a bit of information and perhaps even online versions of the building codes used in that country. We will continue to develop the tool, but the backbone of the tool is complete and several regions of the world are populated. So what you'll find is all of the information we have about the building codes in the Americas, the Middle East, North Africa region, and the African continent. You'll also find some really good information about building safety codes, standards, and authorities in Europe and the Asia Pacific region, but we're still working to gather complete information from every country in those regions. So you may come to a page that says content under development, but these pages will all be updated by the end of the calendar year when we'll roll out phase 2. Phase 2 also involves revisiting all of the countries in the world to make sure we can provide a resource for the building regulatory authority in that country, as well as information about plumbing, fire, and energy codes and oversight context if those codes are managed by different authorities. I'd like to pause and acknowledge and thank the International Business Development team at George Mason University for their help with researching and gathering the data from all 195 countries in the world. So today, we're going to talk to you about what you'll already find at the Global Building Codes tool. Let's take a look at what the tool looks like and how it works. The landing page has a map of the world, and as you hover over each country, the country name pops up, and you'll have the opportunity to click it. For our purposes today, we're going to use Colombia as an example. So you'll hover your mouse over Colombia and then click it, and a new window will open. Each country has its own page like this one for Colombia, and each will contain a variable amount of information, depending on what's available publicly or based on what we know and are able to share. The information is shared in a prose format, providing the user with general information about the authority overseeing building safety in that country, and some information about the building codes used in that country. Most country pages will contain at least one hyperlink. In the case of Colombia, there are several. So let's first check out the hyperlink for the Colombian Building Code. Click on this hyperlink, and a new window will open. The Colombian Building Code is known as NSR 10, and there happens to be a copy available online in Spanish. So we've provided a link to this page, and here you can scroll through and read the building code. Click the back button on your browser, and you'll be back to the Colombia page of the Global Building Codes tool, where we can explore some of the additional information available. Now, say you're reading through this page, and you're interested in how the new building code is coming along, but that's a bit more granular than this tool gets. So you'd like to reach out independently to the authority in charge of building safety. You're in luck, because the tool also tells you that the Ministry of Housing, City, and Territory has oversight of the code and gives you a hyperlink to the ministry's website. So click on that link, and your browser redirects to that website, where you can learn more about what that ministry does and also find some contact information to help you pursue your detailed inquiry. Going back to the country page, you can see that we do have a start on some of the other codes used in Colombia, the plumbing code specifically. You can follow the same process to gain access to the Colombian Plumbing Code, as well as to the website of the different agency that has ownership over that code. I'm not going to repeat that process here because you're all smart people, and this tool is quite intuitive. So I invite you to check it out and poke around on all of the country pages. At the bottom of every page is a link to return to the Global Building Codes tool homepage, where you can hover over a new country on the global map and restart the fun. Now, if you happen to be an expert in the building and plumbing codes used in Colombia, and you see that some of the information we have here is incorrect, or if you find that one of the hyperlinks is broken, on the main page of the Global Building Codes tool, there's also a link to submit a change or correction, and that's not visible here, but trust me that it's there on the main Global Building Codes tool page. We really welcome this input because this tool will not be complete once we finish the Phase 2 work. Governments are frequently reorganized, website URLs change, documents are taken offline, new codes are introduced, and while we're on top of a lot of this, we definitely welcome the help and collaboration of our stakeholders to keep this tool updated so that it remains useful. We're regularly contacted by our customers and partners in the building safety space with questions about the codes that are used in other countries, and especially questions about where the IBC is used. That's actually another feature, as I mentioned, that will be introduced in Phase 2. There are many countries that don't have a national building code, or they adopt the IBC by reference, or maybe the Engineering Society endorses use of the IBC. It seems like there are almost as many circumstances as countries. So one of the additional pieces of information that we'll be including on each country page is a note about whether designs drawn to the IBC or another I code would be accepted in that jurisdiction. All of this information available as a digital solution in a one-stop shop should really provide a lot of value to all of our stakeholders, including designers, building product manufacturers, consultants, and government officials, both in the U.S. and in other countries who may be interested in the building codes of their neighbors, or countries halfway around the world with similar climate patterns or seismic risk. The Global Building Codes tool is a stepping stone to the export of goods and services that enhance building safety and to improving understanding that can lead to harmonization of standards. I welcome you to check it out now, and after the webinar, and we're definitely interested in your feedback. It's an exciting new digital solution that the Code Council is happy to provide to our stakeholders and partners. Thank you for your attention, and now I'm happy to turn this back over to Joan for the Q&A.
Thank you, Judy. That's terrific. And covering, countries, 195 countries with that detailed information, it is an incredible tool. And so we're very, very excited to roll out phase one of this solution. So thank you again. So lastly, before we get into the Q&A, I do want to make a plug. I want to let you know that the latest episode of ICC Pulse Podcast has released, where we discuss ICC's digital transformation journey. Our VP of Customer Success, Catherine Vinson, leads me through a series of questions on our digital journey. Please tune in. So now we're going to turn it over to Maddie, our host, who is going to check the chat box to see if we have any questions. But we're really delighted to be in this position to talk about these new digital offerings, and would love to hear your feedback and questions. Certainly today, or at any time, reach out to any one of your constituents. So I'll turn it over to Maddie to see if we have any questions popping up.
Thanks, Joan. I'm Maddie Dominici. The first question that we have is about group pricing for Digital Codes Premium. So, Jim, I don't know. The question basically is, how does that work? Is there a discount for a group, and how do they get that discount?
Sure. Why don't I tackle that first, and then I'll turn it over to Tracy for any further details. So we do have multi-volume discounts available and enterprise pricing available. In fact, this is really important because in addition to the introductory price that Tracy spoke about, we give a very, I think, a strong buying value proposition when you buy multiple copies. We know that many of our customers are buying for their teams, and through our concurrent access, that's a real advantage that you can bring in more than one folks in your department. So on the website, if you actually go to the store, you can actually see the discount from 1 to 10. And then for group discounts beyond that, at the enterprise level, we have a website that we have set up. So you can send your question to enterprise sales at iccsafe.org for that kind of pricing. Tracy, anything else you'd want to add?
No, Joan, I believe that covers it.
That's great, thanks.
We also had a question about group pricing on ICC Learn Live. So are you able to register multiple people at one time? And is there any adjustment on the price for that?
Sure. Tracy, Lindy, I'll turn this one over to you.
The answer on that one is an easy yes and yes. So yes, you can. If you need to enroll multiple people, what you can do is go ahead and email learn@iccsafe.org, and you'll probably hear from me. And so what we'll do is we'll enroll your group on the back end, and there is a pricing tier structure for discounts for larger groups.
Thank you. The next question is, if a particular state, and they followed up and said they're talking about Hawaii, is on 2006 IBC and IRC, how can we encourage them to update to the current code cycle?
Sure. Jacob, do you want to take that one?
Sure. So I would say that question is a bit outside of what we've discussed on the call, because that goes to the benefits of code adoption and how to get a code adoption done at the local or state level. I direct anyone interested in that to the government relation page on the ICC website. It's under the advocacy tab, and especially to the code saves page. Most importantly, though, I would reach out to the local government relation representative for Hawaii, and that would be Craig Stevenson. He would be best suited to follow up and talk more specifically about what can be done in Hawaii.
Thanks, Jacob. I think that was a great, solid answer to that question. The next question is, what options are available to someone who would like to get an iCode to use on their iPad?
So if you want to use your iCode on your iPad, too many I's there, once you purchase it, you have access on your various digital solutions. So whether it's through your browser or through your mobile app or your iPad, so it will give you access in terms of full functionality and readability. And so once you do that purchase on the website, you will get access to that through either your iPhone or your iPad.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. Judy, this is a pretty specific question, so I'm not sure if you know off the top of your head, but they want to know what department of George Mason University is working on global codes?
It is through the International Business Development Department at George Mason here in Fairfax, Virginia. And if that person is interested specifically, I can put you in contact with the folks there.
Wonderful. Thank you. The next one is about Premium Complete. Does Premium Complete contain passcode cycles as well? For example, 2012, 2015, et cetera.
So I'm going to turn this to Tracy Dees.
Yes, with Premium Complete, you're going to get all the way back to possibly on some of the iCodes 2009. Even though they might be in premium format, you'll still be able to see that PDF that we have, but you'll have 2009 all the way up until the time you purchase. And not only then, but after you keep your subscription active, you're going to get new adoptions of any code that's put into premium that will add automatically to your library.
Yeah, just a further point on that before we go to the next question. This is really important. We are adding content all the time. So in addition to the 2020 codes that are releasing and the custom codes that will be following thereafter, we are bringing in quite a bit of content from other standard organizations and other publishers. And so we will be adding content to this database on a regular basis, and we'll be sending out notifications. So please stay tuned. So it's never a one and done, as I like to say, in the world of digital. We are constantly iterating not only on the platform, but also on the content. And so that's exciting. So not only going back, but also going forward.
Thank you both. This one is also probably for Judy. Are there English versions of the global codes used in non-English speaking countries on the global site?
So we are not undertaking a translation of all of the codes that are used in the world. What we're doing is identifying the codes that are available online and then providing a link to that. If it's available in English, then that's what you'll get. If it's not, then unfortunately you've got to undertake the translation or find someone who can speak that language. So like with the Colombia example I provided, that code is only available in Spanish, and for a number of reasons, we're not authorized to or equipped to provide a translation of that code. So we're basically directing you to publicly available information, but short-circuiting the process of trying to, do all kinds of Google searches and find them on your own.
Thanks, Judy. Jacob, I think you covered this in yours, but just to reiterate, if I find incorrect information on the ICC website concerning the codes applicable in my state, how can I have this corrected?
Yep, so on each page at the bottom of any page on the new database, there's some fine print which gives a link to submit code adoption information that will take you directly to a form that you can use. It'll go straight to me where you can indicate what you found that was incorrect and what it should be corrected to. And then I get that information, I vet it against what I can find online, and then I make updates. Wonderful.
Thanks, Jacob. And Judy, I did get an email for you to connect about the George Mason University.
I saw that.
Wonderful. Jeff Simmons, does Premium Complete include all state-adopted codes such as California plumbing, mechanical, and electrical codes?
Tracy, I'll let you answer that.
Yes, you will receive every format we have in Premium with the thought that some state custom codes we do not publish some of the plumbing and some of the electrical. So if we're the publishers of that code, then yes, if it's in premium, you will receive that in your library.
Wonderful, thank you. I did have someone ask about if we are going to be holding training sessions at Calbo. I don't think that we know the answer to that yet. Tracy, Lindy, do you know anything about that? Or I would assume we don't know yet.
No, not at this time, not that we know physical.
Okay, they did mention virtual, but I don't think we know that either yet.
No.
Okay. All right, that was the last question. So I'm going to give everyone one more minute. I think most of you have found it, but there is a Q&A box where you can submit your questions. I should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, we just have several thank yous and great presentations, everyone. So thank you very much for all joining. And hold on, we do have one last question. Someone asked to clarify access to local codes, for example, city codes. I assume you're referencing premium access or digital codes premium? Will there be local city codes there? Tracy Deese, I don't know if that's a question for you.
To my understanding, it's going to be all of the local, anything that we have as far as local, city, or county. For instance, we have Los Angeles City, the City of Los Angeles County. Those will be available as long as we have those in the premium format.
Wonderful. I know this is one more, we had a couple more questions come in. So I know that we've had this before, I think. If we currently maintain a 3-year subscription with concurrent access, how do we convert to Premium Complete?
I'll let Tracy go into details, but what we would recommend is actually contact our customer service group and they'll walk you through it. We have set a policy in place because we realize some people may have either just purchased a premium format and may want to move to complete. So the best thing would be to contact our customer service lead, Catherine Vincent, and she'll walk you through that. Tracy, anything you want to add?
That is true. It will be best to contact us and we can walk through it and actually walk through some of the benefits of migrating notes, such as moving over, notes, as well as keeping your concurrent access up to the new Premium Complete.
Wonderful. And I think we have one last clarification question, and this will be it for questions. Can you purchase just the US version and eliminate the global aspect? I assume you are referencing premium, and if so, there isn't a global aspect of premium. So Judy's presentation was on the global code digital tool on our website. That's free. And then premium is something you purchase to access the US codes, correct? Joan and Tracy?
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
Correct.
All right. I think that's it for questions.
Well, great. Well, again, thank you for those terrific questions. And again, as you can see, we have a very competent team, well-informed team that can answer any follow-up questions that you have after you leave this webinar, or if you, visit our website, or if you attend additional webinars going forward. I'd like to thank you again. I'm delighted to be here with the Code Council. I think the time for digital transformation has never been more important, and we're excited to present these tools to you today, and we're going to be doing this on a regular basis so that you'll be hearing from us more frequently when we do have new tools or new products and services that we want to share with you. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day, and always turn to iccsafe.org for the latest updates in the building safety community. And again, check out our Pulse podcast because you'll learn more detail after attending this webinar. So thank you again. Take care.